Hey, what's up guys? This is Acid Kills, and today we got a full-on guide and tutorial on the main quest Easter egg for the brand new release of Mob of the Dead on Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies. This map is beautiful and it just recently got remastered and is available for download now in the Steam Workshop. This guide is going to be for the main quest and also how to get the Magnus Brendi from Blood of the Dead in BO4, and also how to get Stamina-Up on this map, which is a brand new Easter egg added other than the main quest Easter egg. Before we begin, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, it shows about 98% of people who watch my videos are currently not subscribed, and it will mean the world to me if you would hit and smash that like and subscribe button. Let's get started. When you first spawn into the map, you're going to be put in Afterlife and you're going to need to revive yourself. When you're playing on solo, you're going to have 3 Afterlives when you first start on the first round. When you play in co-op, you're going to have 1 Afterlife each. The Afterlives are important because you're going to be needing the Afterlives in order to open up perks and also complete steps around the map. There's also going to be generators around the map, which will open up cell blocks so you can get double points, which will help out open up the map. While you're doing the Easter egg, you may want to build a zombie shield, and here's how to do that. There is 3 crafting tables around the map, one being here at the docks. Another craftable location is right above the first dog spawn. If you make your way upstairs, and it'll be located right here. Another location which I like building the shield at is the cafeteria. If you make it all the way down here, the table will be right next to this window. For the first part of the shield, make your way down the citadel, and it'll actually be laying on the metal little wall here on this corner.
You said we need to do this.
The second spawn for the metal panel will be right below the citadel, and it'll be hanging out right in this corner.
This looks like it should fit into something else.
Final spawn for the metal panel is right on this corner. You go down the citadel, it'll be hanging out on this wall.
This looks like it should fit with something else.
For the metal rings, below the citadel, in the generator room, they'll be right here, hanging above the shelf.
I don't know what it is, but
Spawn 2 for the metal rings, if you make your way right in this corner, they'll be hanging on this ledge.
to a workbench. See what we can.
Final spawn of the metal ring, if you make your way down to the same room, this time it'll be hanging right by this generator on the floor.
This looks like it should fit into something else.
For the third and final part, which is the dolly, make your way down to the docks, and the first spawn will be laying, or actually standing right in front of these boxes.
This looks like it should fit into.
The second spawn will be in the general location, but this time it will be right here.
You said we need to do this.
For the final part of the dolly, make your way down the same area here, but this time it will be hanging out right here.
I don't know what it is, but it's something.
The first step of the Easter egg is finding the Warden's key, and if the Warden's key is in front of the cafeteria, which it is in this game, just go into Afterlife, and since it's on this side, if the key is not on the side, you still need to do some things, but if the key's on the side, this is what lets down the key. Jump into this little barrier and shock this generator. If the key is not on the side, you still need to do this part, which is open up the shower, shock this generator, and while you're here, you might as well go ahead and shock this generator, which opens up the power-up. As you can see, the shower is open. Go ahead and pick up the key.
Forgiveness ain't in my vocabulary.
If the key is in the Warden office side, you're going to see it hanging right there. And same thing, if it's on this side, go into Afterlife. And there is some doors you need to open up on this side as well, even if the key is not here. But to get the key down, jump on this doorway here and shock this generator. That will bring the key down. To open up the Warden's office, shock this generator here, and that will open up the door to the Warden's office. And then if you go all the way down to the cell block, there's a power up here. You can shock this to get to the power up. Go ahead and pick up the key. Next, we're going to want to build Pack-a-Punch. The main part of this Easter egg is taking the plane 3 times in order for you to start the Easter egg. So here's how to build the plane. Next, head to docks and open this gate. Get into Afterlife and shock this generator right beside you. This will open the door to get the part. Since you're in Afterlife, we're going to make our way up the stairs and also shock the gondola. We're also going to go to Juggernog and shock the generator here so we can buy this perk. We're also going to go down here, and this is going to open up the Warden office electrified door by shocking this generator here, and then making our way into this little barrier door and shocking this generator here. Once you revive yourself, go ahead and pick up your first plane part. In co-op, you're going to have one person go into Afterlife while the other person stands behind the door that you opened up with the Warden's key, and wait for the other person that's in Afterlife to shock the generator so you can open up the door to grab the part. Now, if you don't do this and one person, tries to do this, the door will close and you won't be able to pick up the part. This is the only part that's different in co-op. Now that these 3 generators are shocked, we can head back to the Warden's office, and that electrified gate won't be electrified anymore. Head to the Warden's office, head to the back room here, open the door now since it's not electrified with the Warden's key, and grab your part.
I got the engine right here.
For the next part, head down to the Citadel and use the Warden's key to unlock this. Go into Afterlife, and you're going to look for 3 numbers. The numbers are going to be on the left-hand side wall, starting with 7 on this one, 1, and 9. This could change every game, and you enter it in the order that you saw it, 7, 1, and 9. Run up and revive yourself. This is going to release the gondola, which is going to put it all the way to the bottom floor. Go to the bottom floor. You're going to be timed for this, so make sure that you head down as fast as possible. It does give you plenty of time. Head down, make your first left here, open this door, and you can grab your next part. Next, head to the showers. With the Warden's key, open up this gate. Get into Afterlife, and then you're going to make your way all the way back down. And you're going to shock this panel that's right by the laundry machine, and then go ahead and revive yourself. Now go ahead and interact with the laundry, and this will start a mini lockdown. It's not too difficult. Basically got to kill maybe 10 zombies and then the lockdown will be over. Just go ahead and save a zombie and you can go ahead and grab your next part. Once the lockdown is over, you're going to hear a little music and you can go ahead and pick up this part. Above the cafeteria and by the roof, you can simply use the Warden's key to open up this little glass box and pick up this part. Next, we have to open up the roof, and how to do that is get into Afterlife. Once in Afterlife, make your way through this corridor. You're going to notice this barrier you can go through the second barrier, and then jump by mantling and grabbing onto the ledge so you can shock this generator that's hanging out right by the door. While you're at it, go ahead and shock the perk right here. Now that we got all the parts to build the plane, which is on the roof, we can go ahead and go to Pack-a-Punch. Before we do that, we may want to do a few things like building the Blundergat and getting the Hell's Redeemer. In order to get the Hell's Redeemer, you have to fill up 3 dogs around the map, starting with the first dog here at spawn, and it takes maybe 6, maybe 8 souls, but once it's done, you're going to notice that the dog will disappear. Just keep in mind that this area is pretty small, so just be as careful as you can, but once enough souls have been fed, the dog will disappear. After hearing that, you're good to move on. The next dog is here at the docks, and same thing here, 6 to 8 zombies, and you can move on to the next dog. The last dog is right above the cafeteria, Same thing here, 6 to 8 zombie souls, and this will be the final dog, which you can pick up the Hell's Redeemer. Make your way past the Warden's office to the downstairs basement, past the Citadel stairs, and it will be located right here on your left hand side. Now that we got the Hell's Redeemer, we need to work on getting the free Blundergat. How to get the free Blundergat is we need to get 5 invisible skulls around the map, starting with 2 at the dock. If you can see right here, we're aiming for this light pole, and this one's the trickiest one to get. You'll hear like a little money sound, signifying that you got it right. The next one is by the water on the 3rd post right here. Next one is right by spawn. All you have to do is aim for the toilet and you'll get this skull. Next one, head to the roof and aim for this little corner. For the final one, head into the Warden's office, buy Speed Cola, look out this window, and aim for this pole. Since we got all 5 skulls, now you can pick up your free Blundergat. You may want to build the Acid Gat, and here's how to do this. For the black case, the first spawn point is right here in spawn, hanging out on this little part. Second spawn is right by cafeteria. If you make your way down this little corridor, we'll be hanging out on the floor right here. Third and final spawn point for the black case is right by the dog. Head downstairs and it'll be on the floor right here.
I've seen this before.
For the second part, the green goo, head above cafeteria. Make your way on the left hand side here, down this corridor, and it'll be hanging out on this cart.
Looks like
For the second spawn, head the other direction, and this time it'll be hanging out on this desk.
looks like part of some kind of machine.
The final part for the green goo will be right here, and this will be the third and final spawn location.
We should find the other part.
For the third and final part, head into the Warden's office, and this is going to be the wheel. Head into this room here next to Speed Cola, and next to the fireplace will be right here.
What did you say this thing was?
The second spawn for the wheel will be hanging out on the floor right here.
Maybe this is part of that machine that.
Third and final spawn will be hanging out on the floor right here.
We need to put these parts together.
Now that we have all of our parts for the Acid Gat plus our Blundergat, make your way up here. I like building it at this crafting table. Go ahead and build your Acid Gat station, put your Blundergat in, and after a few seconds, you can pick it up, and now you'll have the Acid Gat. To get the Magma Gat, you must have ridden the plane at least one time. After riding the plane, head into the Warden's office. And in this room, right next to Speed Cola, interact with this fireplace. This area will turn into a lockdown and a soul box. Once enough souls have been collected, you'll be freed from this area. Once done, the blue will go away and you can pick up the Gat. It's not the Magma Gat as of yet. You have to upgrade it, and how you do that, just like in Black Ops 4 and Blood of the Dead, you must go to these barrels to buy you enough time, and you need to head to the generator room below the Citadel. As you go down, keep hitting the blue barrels. Once you reach the generator room, you can go and interact with this, just like in Blood of the Dead. It will upgrade it for you. After a few second delay, you can go ahead and pick it up. And now you have the Magma Gat. Now that we have the Magma Gat, we can do the Stamina-Up Easter egg, just in case you wanted to get this perk. It was a little finicky for me when I first tried it, but what I noticed is you have to shoot it directly in the middle for this to work. Right there. and you'll notice that the wood on this door is going to burn off slowly. And by the way, this is right above cafeteria. Once the wood burns off, you can go inside the room, and you'll notice that you'll have stamina. Now we can finally get back to the Easter egg. If you've built the Magma Gat already, you've ridden the plane, but if you haven't, the Easter egg requires you to ride the plane 3 times before progressing to the next step. Once on the bridge, you have to wait for a Brutus to spawn, and you have to take out the Brutus. Once the Brutus is down, the electric chairs will spawn, which will bring you back to spawn by taking them. It's a good idea to save a zombie every time you take the plane ride. That way you don't deal with excess spawns. It's just a lot safer and a lot easier just in case you need to do any of the other steps while you're doing the plane rides. After getting back from your first plane ride, head by the Warden's office and hit this poster down with the Hell's Redeemer. Next, get into Afterlife. Once in Afterlife, head into this portal door and hit the spoon with your electrical attack. This part's a little bit finicky, but if you spam at the spoon here, eventually you will hear an Easter egg sound. Once you hear that, go ahead and revive yourself. Head back to cafeteria. In this window, right by the craftable shield location, use your tomahawk to grab the spoon. After hearing that, you have done the spoon Easter egg. Next, you're going to have to grab fuel to refuel the plane, and the fuel is going to be where you originally grabbed all the parts. Every time that you grab fuel for the plane, you must push 1 round from the round that you went to pack-a-punch in. Now that we have the fuel, we can refuel the plane. Go ahead and go to the Golden State Bridge for the 2nd time. Once there, kill the Brutus again, so you can go ahead and make your way back to spawn. Go ahead and take the chair. Just like before, go ahead and revive yourself. Push another round and pick up fuel again. Refuel the plane and ride it for the 3rd and final time. Kill the Brutus. Head back to spawn. And revive yourself again. Now that we have ridden the plane 3 times, we can finally progress with the Easter egg. And how you do that is you need to go to the Citadel here and get into Ghost Mode. Once in Ghost Mode, you have to enter in 4 codes. Usually, if you're in solo, you can do this in 2 afterlives, doing 2 codes at the same time, starting with 101 and then 872. After doing the 2nd number, go ahead and revive yourself. Get back into Afterlife. Enter in 386 and then 481. If you're doing this in co-op, then obviously you can switch with your teammate. One teammate can enter in 2 codes, and then the other one can enter in the other 2 codes. Once you enter in the last code, you're going to hear an audio cue.
So you want to know the truth?
After hearing that, revive yourself. You'll notice that the screen is gray, and this is going to be the audio part. You're going to get a lot of story from the audio, so definitely enjoy it, and each power-up will give you some story. After that 2nd one, go ahead and make your way over here next to double tap and grab the 3rd one. Next one is right outside the warden's office, heading to the cafeteria right here. Next one, open this door up the cafeteria, and the next audio will be right here. Heading up to the roof, the last audio is right here. After the last audio cue, go ahead and kill the last zombie and push one round. Get into Afterlife. Once in Afterlife, head up to the roof and ride the plane. Once you get to the bridge, go ahead and revive yourself. Now the boss fight itself, and I'm going to call it a boss fight because technically it is a boss fight because you have to do damage on something before it ends. You're fighting against your teammates. So if you're doing this in co-op, one of you guys are going to have to kill Weevil, or Weevil is going to have, or Weasel is going to have to kill all the three rest. It's not that hard in solo, as you can see the AI is kind of a little bit buggy. He just kind of stuck in the corner. But once you kill him, the cycle will be broken if you are Weasel, or if you're the other three, the cycle continues. So GG's, you have completed the Mob of the Dead Easter egg. If this guy helped you out in any single way, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it does show about 98% of the people who watch my videos are not currently subscribed, and it would mean the world to me if you would hit that subscribe button or hit that like button if you're already subscribed. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.